So when I seen the Pharaoh, I was like, yo, it'd be dope to go to Egypt, just randomly off seeing his tattoo. And I was like, let's go to the pyramids. And he was like, man, whatever. So that weekend, I ended up looking up the prices. And I gave him the prices. And we was like, man, let's try it. Let's do it. So we ended up going to Egypt for a couple days. We shot in Giza. We stood in Cairo, all through Egypt. We did everything. And we finished out. Again, I didn't really know what I was doing. We finished out. We head back on a plane. And on the flight back, I was just telling him, yo, what if? That was the topic. What if? Till this day, he texts me sometimes randomly, what if? So I was just telling him, what if? And he's like, what? And I was like, what if I take this serious? What if I do this? What if I give this a chance? What if I invest in this? What if I really pursue this? And he's looking at it like, man, you should try it. Why not? And I was just like, man, what if? And that was the whole mind as I was going to sleep on that flight, 10 hours, just what if? What if? I get back, I go to my job, and a couple months later, I told my boss I was quitting. I'm gonna go pursue this film career. So she goes, okay, great. Do you have any experience? I said, no. She said, you got any money saved up for it? I said, no. She says, you know anybody in this field? I said, no. She was like, all right, I'll keep a spot open for you because you'll be here in a couple more weeks.
Wow.
Right? So I looked at her and I said, no, I probably won't. And that was 12 years ago, and I haven't had a job since. You know what I mean? I literally left that job, and I've been on the road ever since. So that was my really long to that narrow story.